Commanders now hold $95 million of top 51 cap space.
God, they're getting Myles Garrett, aren't they?
Ooh, yeah,
Or Trey Hendrickson.
They gonna make some
They're going
moves.
to get somebody.
They're getting somebody. They could get DK Metcalf and Myles Garrett.
Remember not that long ago we were laughing at the NFC East?
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
Not that long ago we were laughing at the NFC East.
$95 million of cap space.
That's nuts.
Like that. But hey, you see what it did though? Could you imagine if we had Jonathan Allen here and we cut him? People would be beside
No,
themselves.
they would lose it for sure.
They would be beside themselves.
There's a fly in here.
Oh yeah, the little fruit fly. Kill him if you can. That
try.
motherfucker annoying.
You see, but I'll give the Commanders
Not to pop
props.
up too soon.
16.
They went right into the sun and said, Jonathan Allen, you're out of here.
Yeah, sorry. You've been great for us. Sorry.
Could you imagine us doing that and how the fan reaction would be?
You cannot think with your heart. You can't. And I think this is something in Detroit. We as Detroiters love Detroit things, okay? There's a reason why really big national shows have never worked here, because they're not Detroit, right? But Neal, I brought this up the other day when you weren't here. There are certain times in your life, you have a take that people killed you for.
Yes.
Me saying don't re-sign Pavel Datsyuk, I would. Okay, you're trolling. Okay, you're a guy that always says say what you mean what you say, because way too much of that doesn't happen in our business. Neal and I were just talking about that today as we were walking in. I said with 1,000% sincerity then, and I can say with 1,000% sincerity, I was 100% right. 100% right. You don't sign Pavel Datsyuk at that point in time. And by the way, you don't sign him to a contract that he didn't even honor. He was gone. He left.
He picked up and left.
Thank you for everything. We will hang your jersey in the rafters one day. This is counterproductive to where this franchise is right now. We are going to do our best to trade you to a contender. We're going to hold on to you. We're not going to let you just walk away. You need to know that. But we are going to do our best to trade you to. As a matter of fact, Pavel, you have meant so much to this franchise. Where do you want to go? Give us a list of your top 5 destinations. Now, I'm not going to promise you that if you want to end up in Florida, we're going to get you to Florida, but give us a list of your top 5 destinations, and we are going to do our best to make a deal that makes sense for all sides involved. That's what they should have done. Period. End of story. Do you know how much that made an already arduous rebuild even more arduous?
Oh, well, there's a lot. We could do a show
Neal,
off the list of those.
Honest to God, if people had my address, they would have burned my house to the ground.
Pavel Datsyuk, the magician? You can't say that.
Oh, yes, I can. That's smart business.
Yep.
It's nothing personal.
It's just
business.
Just business. Woodward Sports chat thread. Nasty YT. Barnes got paid $25.5 million, got 3 years. What are we doing? LOL. See, Nasty, I'm going to be that guy again.
Yeah.
Nasty YT, got to look at the numbers in this. The agent says $25.5 million. You know what they're obligated? $16 million.
Yeah.
That's what they're obligated. If he gets $25.5 million out of the Lions, then you're happy. Because that means he was here all 3 years. It means it went well. It means he performed.
He fit the mic. Like, really, he fit that mic role. That's great.
But you want him to get all that money. But they're only obligated 16. That's how I work when I talk NFL contracts.
I'm so glad you do that bit, because like the one thing that I learned, NFL contracts are fake. There's just what you see and what it eventually
there's
is are
the
two different
contract, and then there's the agent's report of the contract.
You got it.
Like that's what it is.
Guaranteed money, all of it. It's people don't get it.
No, they don't. And that's the thing for me. And like Jared Goff's deal that everyone flips out about, you're only on the hook for 170 over 4 years.
Yep.
His guaranteed number starts with a 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good deal.
Absolutely.
That's a good deal, everybody. Larry Roberts gets it. NFL contracts, got to check what's guaranteed, what's the incentives, what's the bonuses, all of that. Manugia Mansion, Neal, where are you going this weekend, brother? I'm going to Indianapolis for the Horizon League tournament, the semifinals, right. Hopefully the championship game. Yep. All right, Sean, we're going to try. Nickel package?
Which
hour
one?
into the show.
Lions nickel package
All
in the NFL draft. Boom, boom. Is that fair?
Let's actually try to do a show today.
We're
You
gonna
want to?
try.
All
Yep,
right.
we're gonna try. All right, Spenny, you ready?
All right,
Let's
first
rock it.
question of the Detroit Lions nickel package. Is Trey Hendrickson an option for the Lions?
I think he's a very intriguing option, my friend. We kind of touched on it a little bit. I just like that there's something else out there, Sean. Real estate's going down in the edge market right now. Real estate's going down. Cost is going down. Mortgage rates are going down. And I'm here for it, man. I just like that there's something else out there.
It is, you know what? It's kind of funny, Neal. That's a great analogy. There are buyers markets, and no. He said, I think there's more there. Well, by golly, Neal, there was more there.
And you know what? To be fair, going back to what I said with Spenny, that's where I'm a Mo Sider. Like, he's good. He's a rookie of the year. He's good. I want a little more.
You know, I feel the same way. He and I have had that conversation.
I just want a little more.
I'm not kicking him out. I'm not saying he's a bust. I'm not saying okay, but and again, this is part of the problem. If people sell him as something, don't get mad at me when he isn't that something. If multiple people are going to look at you and say, "Oh, he won the Calder," he's going to be a Norris Trophy candidate. He's not a Norris Trophy candidate.
And that's all I'm
Sorry.
saying. That's all I'm saying.
He's not.
Real quick, too, about the draft class thing, Sean. What if I told you got a bona fide number 2 cornerback, a probably future Pro Bowler special teamers, and a starting guard in a draft?
I'll take it.
If you got that from every draft.
I'll take it.
Well, that was the Lions' last draft.
It was.
Last year's draft. Is that fair, Spenny? Mark me on that.
Yeah, that's fair.
What are we talking about? Okay, sorry, 5th down. Let's rock it out.
5th down, final question of the Lions nickel package. Over under 12.5 wins.
Over. I still think they're 13 wins. I get it. I get it, but
Under.
I say 13. A lot of people thought they would be under this year, and they
I
went 15.
was one of them. Under, and I don't give a shit. Like, I'm serious. My prizes, Spenny, are not the regular season. I said it last year. I'll say it this year. 12-5. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
You the ultimate success or failure of the Detroit Lions, rightfully, is going to be judged by what they do in the postseason.
Fact.
Hey, and I'm serious, okay?
Factual.
Has enough time passed? Can we look back at 2024? Can we look back at 2024? How do you feel about the 2024
Absolute
season?
failure.
I'm sorry. I do. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Like
it
if-
was. I had a blast during it.
It was a great ride.
But when you
yeah.
don't win a playoff game, I'm sorry. I don't.
15
it doesn't
wins
do
mean
anything for me.
nothing.
I'm sorry.
They mean
And nothing.
nothing.
Yeah. I will say under as well because that's the most insane road schedule I've ever seen in any sport.
I hear you.
Anywhere. Now.
A couple of those teams are going to poop the bed.
But a couple of them are
I
going to
have
be
a
better than we
Can I
think.
throw in a caveat? If the Lions don't go unbeaten at home, shame on them. I'm
that's
serious
fair.
when I say that. If they
Yeah, their
don't,
home schedule is very
if they don't go
But
unbeaten at home, shame.
They
on
only have 8 home games and 9 road games.
If they go 4-5, you got 12, and that's where I'm at.
That's
I
where
swear
I'm
to
at
God,
too.
that's
Now
where I'm
that
at.
being said, I still expect them to win the division.
So do
Yeah.
I expect them to win that division because the Vikings have a real schedule.
Yeah.
The 49ers get the Vikings schedule.
Yeah.
So the 49ers will win that division.
And Sean, they're technically a better road team than a home team.
Oh, I know.
So,
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm taking into consideration just how difficult. I mean, that slate's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's gross.
It is.
So let's say, and by the way, is it possible they go better than 4-5? Yes. But let's say you go 7-1. You go 5-4. I mean, you're around 12 wins.
Yeah.
That's fine. You know,
And you're probably going to win the division.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm asking for anyway. The 1 seed is not in play this year with that schedule. It's just not.
I hope we're all past that point. And I know I got killed for it a year ago at this time. I did. You and I did shows. I don't care. I don't care about the division. I don't care about the number 1 seed. And I got killed a year ago. And you know what? I'm not asking you to confess and apologize to me, but I'm sure that 99% of you feel the exact same way now. Do you know what I care about? I care about winning that, God forbid, wild card game. I care about winning that next game, and I care about winning the NFC Championship. There are 2, max 3 games
It's a 3-game season.
that I give a fuck about.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm
3-game
not
season.
being funny. I'm not like, that's
I
it. That's it.
I mean, we'll pass the time and do the pregame show, and
we'll have
we'll
a
go
blast
downtown
doing it. I
and
want
we'll
some
drink.
of those wings.
Yeah, we'll eat wings. We'll do
Right.
all of it.
It'll
It'll
be
be
a nice
fun,
ride.
and we'll pass the time.
Yeah.
And once a show on the pregame show, I'm going to say, okay, Sean, this is preseason game number 14.
That's great.
And that's what it's
That's
going
a
to
good
be.
bit.
Real quick in the super chat, DBR, shout out to you. People get terrified because of the Jeff Okuda pick also. And yeah, we as a fan base here, we take that on and on forever, don't we? Like
Tease Tabor.
do other fan bases hold that stuff the way we do?
I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, Tease Tabor. And I think there are a lot of guys. I'm guilty. I want to. This. I'm confessing my sins. I am guilty. I stuck up for Tease Tabor way too long.
I mean,
I did. I openly admit it.
It's natural.
Aaron Gibson was mine.
Yeah.